Hi, I'm Steve Case. I'm the author of the book, The Third Wave, which is kind of an entrepreneur's manifesto, a roadmap for what's going to happen next. Well, I realized the third wave was breaking, and a lot of entrepreneurs didn't realize what was going to change. And it's going to change how we work and how we, eat and how we stay healthy and how we educate our kids in pretty profound ways. And it's required a different mindset, a different playbook for entrepreneurs. The first wave really was about building the internet and building awareness of the internet. It's funny now to say, but when we started AOL in 1985, only 3% of people were online, and they're only online 1 hour a week. The last 15 years have been building on top of the internet. The third wave is going to be a revolution in learning and health and food and energy and transportation and financial services, pretty fundamental parts of everyday life. So it's going to impact lots of people's lives, and also the opportunity to disrupt some big sectors of our economy. The healthcare alone is 1/6 of our economy. In the area of education, our kids are still learning about the same way they did 50 years ago, and using technology, the internet, to have more personalized, adaptive approaches to learning to reflect the fact that different people learn differently. Some people learn more visually, some people need a little bit more time. So you're going to see the changes all across the economy, all across our lives in the third wave. I think what's going to be different than the second wave is while people, the team is still going to be important for entrepreneurs, the product obviously is going to be important, partnerships and policy are going to become more important. In the third wave, you can't go it alone. You need to partner with others to revolutionize health or revolutionize learning. And you're also going to need to engage with and sometimes partner with governments, because these sectors are regulated. In many cases, the government's a customer, like in healthcare or education. There's a big debate in Washington, D.C. around policy like Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act. How should we change that, or should we change it? But the real revolution in healthcare is not going to come from Washington. It's going to come from the entrepreneurs all over the country that are creating innovative products and services. These health tech startups are really the best hope for a healthcare system that can provide better outcomes at lower cost with greater convenience. I'm sure a lot of companies will lose out, but it's within their control whether they're winners or losers. It's not they're just sitting on the sidelines and something's going to happen to them. The question is, are they leaning in the future? Are they curious about the future? Are they investing in the future? Are they partnering with the entrepreneurs that are creating the future? A good example is Eastman Kodak. When I was growing up, Kodak was one of the most iconic American companies. It really dominated the whole area of photography. Then they went bankrupt. And they went bankrupt because of digital photography. But the real sad story of that is not that they didn't see it coming. Kodak actually invented digital photography, but then tried to slow its adoption because their core business, selling paper and chemicals and so forth, was so lucrative. They said, it'll happen someday, and didn't really focus on it. And that someday came, and entrepreneurs led the way in digital photography, and Kodak got left behind. I think in the third wave, you have the opportunity to capitalize on the new opportunities for new kinds of innovations, recognizing that you have smart people within your company, but a lot more smart people work for somebody else. And how do you bring those folks into your world?